Hey everyone, it's so good to finally be back on YouTube, and I am so ecstatic to share with you the final time-lapse of my painting Theia Aracni. This is one of those paintings that I have dreamt about for over a year now, where it's been slowly developing in my head how I wanted to paint it, and I knew I needed to wait and really get it right so I could do the image in my head justice. So it feels amazing to have finally birthed her into existence after just such a long time of dreaming about her. So I want to kind of tell you what I was trying to accomplish with this painting. I specifically wanted this painting to be softer than other paintings that I have created in the past. So I specifically used less black than I normally did. I wanted this to be gentle, and the goal that I had in mind, that I set out for myself, was to take something that as a society has maybe like a stigma or something that we don't customarily see as soft or pretty or beautiful. So spiders is definitely the one I wanted to convey that way. I personally love spiders. I think they're some of the coolest creatures, and they're so good for humans, like to live alongside us, because they generally get a bad rap, but they eat most of the really bad bugs, and there's really only a few spiders that are actually dangerous. It's such a small fraction of a percent that actually can hurt you, but all spiders tend to get a bad rap. So I specifically wanted to reimagine spiders and personify them in a much softer way as our protagonist, as our leading lady, and that's something that I really strive for, is to kind of take something that we know as a society and kind of pick it up and turn it on its side and see it with fresh eyes and a new perspective. So that's really where I was going with this and what I wanted to achieve, and honestly I don't think I could have asked for much more in how I've actually rendered it. I'm really proud of this. And I named her Theia Aracni because, one, I just love the name Theia, and Theia in Greek mythology is the titaness of heavenly light and sight. So I thought that was perfect for, that meaning was perfect for what I was trying to convey in a painting that took spiders and made them more of the almost the Disney princess of the painting, if you will. Just kind of, if you look at the painting without the stigma and without what you've been taught to think about certain things, can you reimagine a world in which spiders are the fluffy florist creatures that the princesses sing to, or that come about when the princesses sing? I'm kind of rambling now, but that's, hopefully I was able to express to you what it was I was really trying to go for. That's why I chose all the soft colors and the soft light, and surrounded by beautiful flowers. That just really wanted to make something beautiful out of something that most people think might be a little icky. Because I'm feeling really good with where I'm at right now as an artist. I put so much pressure on myself for this painting and agonized over it for almost 18 months, over a year at least, where I sketched it and then rethought about it, and then sketched it and then rethought about it, and sketched it in one style and I sketched it in another style. And I actually started this painting several months ago, maybe 8 months ago, and just hated my initial sketch once I finally put it to canvas and put it down. For months I just worked on something else, because honestly I feel like maybe I just wasn't ready for this painting yet. It hadn't come together and I didn't want to force it. But ordinarily when something like that happens, it's really common to not pick it back up. At least for me, it's really easy to just completely lose motivation because I've already had so much of a struggle that the last thing I want to do is go back to that struggle. But with this painting, I had been dreaming about it for so long that one day I finally felt ready, and I don't know what it was that changed it. Maybe it was just the right time, or I felt more confident in my skills to be able to render it the way I wanted to render it, and it just worked out so beautifully that after I started this painting and really persevered, I was invited by the Bascom, a Center for Arts here in Highlands, North Carolina, and they wanted to feature me as their Halloween pop-up shop, which I just thought was the greatest motivation to keep getting this done. And I pushed myself to get this done so I could release it specifically for the show at the Bascom. And I did it. I made my goal, and I think maybe I work a little better under pressure. But the moral of the story is that I think as artists, it's really easy to get hopped up on where you're not at, what you haven't accomplished yet, the recognition you haven't received yet, and it's easy to just kind of feel so depressed because nobody likes your work. What are you doing it for? I mean, I work really hard to be able to create the paintings that I want to create, and for what, you know? Have I sold enough? Like, I'm not able to support myself yet. So I think it's really easy to get into that headspace and not come out of it, and maybe that's where people give up their dreams. But right now, I moved here 18 months ago and got serious about building up a portfolio that was a good representation of who I am as an artist. And in keeping at it and just keeping my head down and painting and doing what I do and doing what I love, I did eventually have something happen for me that, you know, is kind of getting the ball rolling. So it's really exciting, and I just want to let everyone else know that it totally happens, and just keep at it, because eventually, if you keep at it, things happen. Yeah, it's profound. And I want to kind of talk to you, everybody, a little bit about where I'm at right now as an artist. With all the pressure that I put on myself for this one, and over the past 18 months to really build up my portfolio, I think my next step for now, because I feel like, honestly, I think what I need to do is just focus the next few months on pumping out studying the old masters, studying the people that I admire, doing a bunch of artist exercises that I don't put a ton of pressure on myself on, and kind of, I think of it as like, this might feel really nerdy, but that's fine, I'm kind of a nerd. I think of it as grinding in a video game. I'm just gonna do a bunch of studies and grind it out, and hopefully I will learn something that levels me up as an artist, so that I can continually work towards my potential, that it just feels like the right thing. So I'm hoping that with my studies I'll be less nervous about them, so I'll be able to pump them out faster and have more videos for you guys, and maybe you'll be able to find an interesting exercise that maybe you didn't know about that you'd also like to try, because honestly I think that's how you do it as an artist, that's how you level up. So anyway, right now we're just watching me put on all the little finishing touches that I love. So alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this painting. I hope you enjoyed my talks. Let me know what you'd like to see or hear more from me. Prints of Theia Aracni are available on my website, and for purchasing inquiries you can contact the Bascom in Highlands, North Carolina. Alright guys, have a wonderful day. Bye!